Okay, so this is a 2001 Toyota Echo, and there was a check engine light, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. Just got a little code reader here. You can get these anywhere. Plug it into the OBD2 port under the dash, and it'll read your codes, and you can reset codes with that too. So the code that came up pointed to the variable valve timing circuit. So there was a fault with that. So okay. Good. Okay. And so what it is there was someone in here a couple weeks ago changed the belts, and I guess when they tightened the alternator, they broke this piece off this variable valve timing actuator. It's right here. So we have a new one to put in. So let's get that changed. Okay, so the bolt that holds it in is right in here, and it's right behind this bracket that holds the alternator on. So I'm just going to take that bracket out of the way. What is that, 12 millimeter? Just going to take that out. There. Swing that up. And now I should be able to get at this bolt under here. That's the bolt that came out of it. Okay, just get that to come out. Pull it straight out. Okay, you can see where the connection got broken off right here on the top. See, the old part of it's still in the connector here, so we'll just squeeze this down, pull that out. This is still good. There's the piece that got broken off. Pretty easy to do with this. See right there? Snapped right off. Okay, so there's the replacement one. That looks the same. Yeah. It's got an O-ring here. We'll just put a little drop of oil on that O-ring and we'll slide it back into place. And sometimes I just use a little oil off the dipstick. It's enough on there to lubricate an O-ring. Okay, and just briefly how this works. There's an electrical signal that comes from the computer, and this is just a solenoid moving a shaft back and forth. And these ports allow oil to go to the variable valve timing. The more this moves one way or the other, the more or less oil it's allowed to pass through. And you'll notice when you get a code on the engine, like the check engine light, it'll be two codes usually. It's the variable valve timing, and it's an oil code. And you'll wonder, oh, you think it's the oil pressure sensor, but it's actually, this is sets a trigger for an oil code as well. Okay, here it goes. Be careful not to manipulate that plastic plug, because that's easy to break, as we found out. Put the connection on it. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to hook the alternator bolt back up and tighten it without disturbing that. Okay, I'll put the bolt back in the alternator, like so. When there was a pry bar put in here, it broke that. Could be, yeah, right there, see? Easy to do. That, yeah. Stay out of that spot altogether. Let's go back here. Oh yeah, there we got a bit of tension without going near that sensor. Yeah. Oh, use the box end. Okay. And that one there. And this one here, yeah. Okay, that's back in there. That's tight, belt's tight. We're gonna go and clear those codes. Okay, so to read and clear the codes, we're going to use this little OBD2 tester. And there's a connector right underneath the dash. Get the key turned to on without the engine running. Okay, press diagnose. Okay, so it reads the screen. Diagnostic trouble codes in this ECU in the computer. It says 2 of them are stored. Okay, so we're going to go to OK. And then we're going to go to read the codes. OK. And okay, so it's defined by the manufacturer. Choose the manufacturer. Okay. So we're going to go down. This is a Toyota, so we're going to find Toyota. There's Toyota. Okay. All right, we have one of 3 codes. We have a variable valve timing system fault. It's a P1349. Okay, that's one of 3 codes, so we're going to go to the next one. We have 2 of 3, which is an oil control valve circuit bank 1. And that's what I was talking about when they say that there's going to be an oil code show up. It's because that is an oil control valve, really. So that variable valve timing solenoid is an oil control circuit into the variable valve timing hub. So that's a code P1656, and the other one is the same code. It's the 1349. All right, so it's just the one sensor caused all those 3 codes. So it was the P1349 twice and the P1656. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to go to erase the codes. We're going to click OK, and it is going to clear them. Please turn the ignition switch to the on position with the engine off and press OK to continue. And it says that the codes have been cleared. Okay. So that's it. We can just disconnect this from the OBD2 port. And we got that disconnected, and that's it. Okay, so that variable valve timing solenoid has been changed. The codes have been cleared, and that should be the end of this fix. Anyway, hopefully this helps someone. Thanks for watching.